Hey, what's happening? This is Dave with Project Paranormal Investigations. I decided to do a video after the response I got from posting on Facebook and a few other places about a possible sighting of either a cryptid or something paranormal, supernatural, definitely high strangeness. A lot of people interested. Some people have seen the same thing along the same stretch of road. So I wanted to post this real quick. All that happened was Thursday nights, we do trivia at Billy's here in Lebanon. Trivia gets out about 10 o'clock. One of the gentlemen that was with us headed home on State Route 48, going south towards South Lebanon. And once you get past South Lebanon, you go up a hill into Maineville, and that's where he lives. But when he was headed towards South Lebanon, just after there's a street there that goes into South Lebanon. Right after that, there's two bridges. So he comes to the first bridge, the smaller one, and it's over a little Turtle Creek. It's not very big. And the second one is much larger, and it's over the Little Miami River. And what happened was when he got to that first bridge, he noticed a commotion. There were 4 cars stopped. There were 2 coming towards him, and there was 1 behind him. He was in front. He noticed some people out there with flashlights, and he noticed something else. When he stopped, this thing jumped from left to right. It jumped into the middle of the street. Now there are 3 lanes there. There is the 2 lanes going north and south, and there's a turn lane, and there are 2 shoulders that are so the whole street's pretty wide. So this thing jumps over the rail, those metal rails that they typically have on bridges and overpasses, and so it grabbed the rail, jumped in to the center of the street. It crouched, and it looked very scared. He said it was pinkish brown. It didn't have any hair. It didn't have ears or any. It just had a head with 2 eyes. No mouth, no nothing. It was sort of alien looking. It looked terrified, and it had, he said it had like normal hands, but the feet and the legs were like hawks. They were larger, but it wasn't really very husky. It was quite slender, and it grabbed a hold of the other rail on the right side and threw itself over. After that, everybody pretty much went about their business rather than, stop talking and everybody get out of the car. I would have been after it for sure. But he just went home at that point, and so I'm just hearing about this, and due to this high strangeness and the responses I've got from people asking what it was, and also people here that I've got responses from that have seen it on State Route 48 also. So what we did is I'm also with the co-founder of the North American Dogman Project. So the founder, Jody Cook, and his wife came up here, and we walked the Loveland Bike Trail from the Peters Cartridge factory there through the woods to the bridge, just looking for anything that was out of the ordinary. And then we also went to the site of where it happened, and we did some filming there. We did some thermal scans. My main concern was what are the geomagnetic fields like there? So we checked for that. We checked electromagnetic fields. We were trying to find any kind of power source that might feed something paranormal, something supernatural, and we didn't really find any of that. I do have some footage here.
All right, this is Doug and Dave. I don't know how far you can see into the woods there. You can hear the traffic. We're right below the small bridge. Where this alleged rake. What's a hell of a hiding spot, isn't it? It's all. So if it's something that stays here, shit. That's
Yeah, because right there's a little water channel.
Yeah, there's a little water channel right here. And there's this fence. If it had hair, we could check the fence for hair, but he said it didn't have hair. So, all right, and notice, if you can see my screen, EMF detector, my Mel's showing 0. So there isn't like a big source of power for a spirit to manifest as this rake. Boy, this is some serious thicket. So you can see that goes right under, right next to the road there. This is super thick. Anything jumping into that, it's gonna have a hard time getting around. So maybe that's what they heard, a bunch of crashing and crunching as this thing jumped off the road. And with this is barbed wire fence all the way down. So if it's an animal, I mean, there should be blood or something, man. This thing would be, for sure would get hung up. You see anything down there? Oh, you're going under? Okay, so Doug's going inside the area right there. It's literally like a little track, like a little creek bed that runs alongside that. So he's gonna go down there. I don't think there's anything living here. Whatever it was, probably just jumped off the road, crashed through all this. Right here is this tower. Right here, I don't think you can, yeah, you might be able to see it now. This tower right here is for the sewage. It's all fenced in, and there's some open area here where it could have run through. I am filming in the area. This is the bridge right here where this thing jumped from. So, so it was in here. Be nice to, since we know no people come down here, and this is a little sanctuary, you can see the water over there. Think about it. Who knows if this is somewhere where it was hiding out? Wait, look at the tracks.
Look at that. I mean,
Is that a deer or is that?
That's a deer track right there, but that goes from there to here. That's a big deer. I don't know. Oh, there's a duck.
What is it?
Duck track right there.
Duck tracks. So there's plenty of food here. Provided it's a, what is that right there in the tree? Is that like a hornet's nest or something?
Debris from flooding.
So this is a pretty good area to camp out in without anybody noticing you, especially if you're traveling the waterways. So here we are. This is where the alleged rake type thing jumped into the woods here, or into the area by this pump station. There's a sewer pump station behind me. So, okay. Well, I don't see any trace of something living here, so it might have just been coming through. If something was chasing it, or what the hell's going on. So, we got thermal imaging. We're gonna do some scans, see what's going on.
Overall, we're not sure what it is. It sounded like something that people see that they call a rake, which I believe is just some sort of supernatural demon type thing. But according to the eyewitness, who is very credible, he said it was an animal of some kind, for sure, an animal. It wasn't an apparition. It wasn't anything mystical, magical, supernatural. He said it was definitely an animal. It was scared, and yeah, that's where we are. So now that several other people have seen the same thing, I'm going to start touring or adding State Route 48 to my regular route when I'm doing some actually cryptid investigations. So hopefully we'll get a glimpse of this on dash cam or something. Or anybody out there that has any information, may have seen anything, any type of cryptid, get a hold of me, and we'll try and figure this out. All right, see ya.